Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, bringing you another episode of the Salary Cap Report. Today's episode is going to be the first one on this channel since round 3 of Salary Cap has started here in Season 1 of NBA 2K26 MyTeam, which means if you put in the time to get up to 2,500 points in rounds 1 and 2, then you're in a position where if you repeat that here in round 3, you're going to walk away with a Hidden Gems Diamond option pack, a 92 plus option pack that's going to have 5 players in it from which you can pick one of. And I think given the state of the rewards in MyTeam game modes, you can argue that that reward that we just mentioned is arguably the best non-season long game mode reward that 2K has given us, especially given what 2K has done to the rewards in this game mode since that first weekend, that first launch weekend, which technically I guess wasn't even launch weekend, right? That was pre-order launch weekend. I don't even think the game mode rewards for game modes, like Breakout, for example, with those high MT rewards were a thing when the rest of the world got access. The people that did not pre-order the $100 or $150 pre-order package, right? So, and speaking of that topic, by the way, just really quickly, a piece of housekeeping that is not related to the salary cap report. My buddy Harry, who, if you guys don't know who Harry is, whenever I record a podcast on this channel that has to do with my team, Harry, more often than not, is going to be in that podcast. He reached out to me this morning, or for you guys yesterday morning, asking if we could do a mini pod ahead of our Season 1 review, Season 2 preview podcast sometime this weekend, where for maybe 20 or 30 minutes, we talk about how people are leaving the game mode this year. It seems like a lot of people who played MyTeam have either quit 2K in general, or they've just transitioned over to MyCareer. And we want to talk about why exactly that is, especially because if you look at the weekly rewards that we're getting now and you compare it to what we got in 2K25 MyTeam, there doesn't really seem to be, like a massive improvement or a massive, fall off compared to what we got in 2K25 MyTeam in Season 1 in terms of, midweek content or promo related content. But there is something that happened at the beginning of the season that we think is factoring in towards people's decision to walk away from MyTeam. So would love to get your guys' take on that. If you guys are into that kind of longer form content on the channel, stay tuned. We're hopefully going to record that podcast sometime on Saturday night. So sometime, for you guys tonight, for me tomorrow night. And so we'll see. That pod, if we stream it, is going to be live for you guys on Saturday night, but otherwise, if we're able to record it, it should be live on Sunday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyways, let's get into the salary cap content, because we've now spent 3 minutes in this video not really talking about what I wanted to talk about. So let's get into it. You can see right here, we finished round 2 with a 9-6 record, which my OCD kind of likes and kind of doesn't like, because just like in round 1 of salary cap this season, we played 15 online salary cap games, but in round 1 we went 10-5, and now this round we go 9-6. So we're at a combined 19-11, which honestly, all things considered, I'm pretty happy with that. The salary cap streets are really, really sweaty, and I do think it's because people realized as 2K started to take away the game mode rewards that the salary cap Hidden Gems Diamond Option Pack was still there, and I think that's right now one of the best rewards that you can get in Season 1. And so I think we're seeing a high level of competition in these salary cap games because of that, which, is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to press OK here. So you can see here, my team salary is above 10,000, and honestly, the main reason why I've not recorded any salary cap content since last Saturday, while I could have recorded a couple of gameplays and uploaded them, that is my bad. But the main reason is because, as we've talked about in the past, when it comes to this year's salary cap system, we're not seeing player salary changes occur in the middle of the week. If you do see any changes, they typically happen on the weekends. And I noticed that once again this week, my salary cap lineup, which you could see right here, was basically at or below 10,000 salary, and now we are 400 salary above the limit. Now, just taking a quick peek here, it looks like the main offender here is going to be Channing Frye, going from 500 salary up to 800 salary. And then we have Marquise Daniels, who is at 600 salary, which, you know, I like Marquise Daniels a good amount, and I do want to try to find a way to keep him in the lineup. But given right now that Channing Frye is up to 800, I do think we need to try to find a way to get him out and replace him with someone. The problem is my natural replacement for Frye would be Wendell Carter at the 5, because he's technically only eligible to play the center position. And then I would throw Andre Blatch in at the 4. But Andre Blatch is now also up in salary to 500 salary as well. So I don't know if we're going to have a clear-cut fix for our salary cap situation, or our lineup situation rather, in this video. If we end up streaming tomorrow, you're going to have to tune in for that. But I guess just for now, we'll bench Eddie House, who is at 300 salary, for CJ McCollum, who's at 200 salary. Andre Blatch, just for right now, I want to see if I bench him, will this fix our lineup situation? It might, right? Let's go to 300 salary to look at, we're not 300, I'm sorry, 200. What am I doing? We'll go to 200 salary. I'll probably just throw in Tobias Harris. Yeah, we'll just throw in Tobias Harris. So actually, we could just get away with our lineup just like this, which is not bad. Maybe we'll just keep our lineup because honestly, like, I don't love this front court, but they're both really good shooters, and it forces my opponent to have to stray away from off ball, which I really like. So maybe we'll just keep our lineup like this, as is. Craig Elo also did drop in salary for me down to 500, so I could also, you know, bench Marquise Daniels for Craig Elo. But as we've talked about before, we see salary changes on Friday and then again on Sunday, so there's a good chance that this lineup that we see here is going to be invalidated on Sunday, which, you know, is kind of annoying. Let me know, are you guys playing salary cap? I'm genuinely curious because, you know, I mentioned that podcast at the top of this video, and I do feel like a lot of people have really soured on my team as a whole. I mean, I'm seeing people on my Twitter timeline who used to tweet about my team every single day, and they're just playing my career, you know, and they're bragging about how they their whole life has changed now that they stopped playing my team. Which, I mean, if you feel that way, good for you, but I also kind of feel sorry for you that you needed my team to be bad for you to realize that there's a whole life outside of 2K. Like, 2K's life is just a saying. 2K's life is not actually a way of life, in my opinion. And if you disagree with me, I'm more than happy to talk about that with you guys in stream or in the comments down below. But regardless, I'm curious to know if you guys are playing salary cap, if you're playing my team. Again, I'm still enjoying playing the game mode, even though I'm not happy with how the reward structure is. And I think that is in large part because the gameplay is fun and because I limit my time on this game, honestly. I mean, I only have one of the pink diamond rewards. I only have Jack Sigma. I'm making decent progress towards getting Glenn Rice and Jason Kidd, and I will have them done by the end of the season, but I still have stuff to play for. I intentionally pace myself when I play this game because I know this company, and I know they don't like to give us anything nice, and they end up kind of punishing you for finishing those grinds really early in the season by giving you nothing else to do in the game. So yeah, with that being said though, I don't want to spend too much more time. We already have our lineup decently situated. I want to open up a few packs. You can see we have our Wild Gems packs from Tuesday that I've literally saved for you guys because I was waiting to do this pack opening video. We have some Gems of the Game gold to do. Let's go ahead and open up all these. We have, oh my god, we have a Game On Deluxe pack. Okay, well, we'll get this duplicate Amethyst out of the way real quick. I think unless this is Vlade Divac, who I don't even know if Vlade Divac is in the Game On set, it's going to be a duplicate. So let's just flip it and pray that we see center, I guess. Oh my god. Did we get Vlade Divac, or is this going to be a WNBA player? Wow, we get Vlade Divac, finally. Okay, this is probably the best pull that we're going to get from this entire pack opening. I don't know what that beep boop was. Hopefully you guys can still hear me and see me. There we go. Vlade Divac in the house. Let me see something real quick. I think we're good. I genuinely have no idea what that beep beep was. My mic is still working. All right, cool. Never mind. We'll just keep going. We'll keep going through it. I don't even know if you guys heard that beep, but I heard a beep from Windows, so that threw me off. I apologize if it just sounds like I'm totally talking out my ass right now. All right, if these Gems of the Games are just going to be gold players, we're going to just skip these and I'll open them off camera. Okay, we're going to open these off camera. Nate Thurmond with a Stephen A. Smith hairline. Cool. Okay. Let's open up. The only gold pack I will open up is my gold Wild Gems. I don't know if I want to talk about the Wild Gems exchange that we got, or the Dunktober exchange that we got today with T-Mac, Zion Williamson, and Mac McClung. We get Ruben Boomch Boomch. All right, we get Boom Shakalaka. Welcome to the squad. I think that's my second week in a row getting a... That name is crazy, man. I think that's our second week in a row getting a 70 overall gold, which is always exciting. All right, here we go. Wild Gems, 80 plus. We're only looking for players that are going to help us in salary cap. We don't hit the plus here. I don't know who I would really want out of this. We get Rick Robertson, who I don't have. One thing that I want to mention real quick, it's not really that big of a deal, but a player that I got out of one of my breakout packs that I opened up on stream and not in a YouTube video, I ended up getting Josh Childress, which is actually one of the Sapphire Wild Gems that I really, really wanted, which I think leaves me with Cam Reddish as the only Sapphire Wild Gem card that I really want. That, you know, that's going to be unauctionable because I'm not going to be able to sell any of the ones that are, you know, for the exchanges. Let's flip this and see who we get. We get Joe Johnson, which could be interesting. I feel like his jumper has been really bad over the last couple of years in my team, at least for his lower tier card, so that may not be a great card. Let's go ahead and open up this pack right here and see, can we get a hidden gems out of it? But again, Joe Johnson could be a card that we throw into our lineup. We'll have to see. We get Kenny Walker. We do get a hidden gem, which is a W, and Kenny Walker, not a bad card. His... I think it was a Sapphire or Ruby card. Maybe it was an Emerald. I don't know. One of those tiers. One of those three tiers. He had a really good card last year. So we'll have to give him a shot and see what Kenny brings to the table. All right, we have 287 pluses right here. And then I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Let's open up the one that we got for logging in. Also, I'm curious. Has anyone gotten anything else other than this 87 plus card from logging in every single day? This is all I've gotten on every single Friday since NBA 2K26 MyTeam came into this world. Let's see what we get here. Dave Gamby, who I already have, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the one that I had, no. I had him, I forgot. He was, funny enough, I think Dave Gamby's Ruby was the last Ruby card that I got from Breakout that was a sellable Gems of the Game card. I'm pretty sure he's sitting in my auction outcomes. Okay, Wild Gems, 87 plus. Give me Mario Chalmers. Give me Yusuf Nurkic. Give me Austin Rivers. Give me someone that I don't have that I can use, 2K. Come on. Bless your boy. Glenn Robinson could be interesting. Glenn could be very, very interesting. Now, hold on. Okay. Let's go into shoot around with a couple of these players really quickly before we get on out of this video right here. Let's take a look at our recent players. We'll throw Kenny Walker here, and we'll throw Glenn Robinson here, I guess. I mean, obviously for us, the big story here is we get Vlade Divac, which is a really, really nice addition to our lineup. I just want to quickly try out Kenny Walker and Glenn Robinson, excuse me. Let's take a look-see here. Here's Kenny. Wait, does that say D+? Well, he has hot zones from the corner, so maybe it's possible. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try a couple more times. Okay, that's very, very, very deep there with that 3. Okay, so that's his jumper from the midi. Rushed. Still rushed. Okay, it's impossible. What's your rating, buddy? I mean, yeah, 57, I feel like it has to be at least a 60, unless they have a really elite jumper. Let's see Glenn Robinson. I don't love that he's just B+ across the board. He's like a jack of all trades, master of none, and he's a 6'7" card who can't play shooting guard. And he's got that like Clarence Weatherspoon jumper. It's not a bad jumper. I just don't know if he's gonna do much for us. All right. Yeah, we'll have to look at his salary. If he's 800 salary, then maybe we consider him, because right now, all of our Rubies in our lineup, I think, are maxed out with their salaries. Yeah, Rui, Harvey, and Jabari are all 1,200, which is kind of tough. I'll show you guys really quickly before we get on out of here. I didn't really see any major changes to my players' salaries. So here's 1,200 salary. You can see I still only have Kate Martin and Jamal Mashburn as my Amethyst cards who are at 1,200 salary. If we go to 800 salary, I don't think I really saw many changes here either. Yeah, because Rodney Stuckey and Clarence Weatherspoon, I believe, are both 800 last week. And then as you keep going past them, you can see we hit the Series 1 87 overalls, which no one really cares about. Moving on to 500 very, very quickly, in case you guys see some players that you might recognize from, your own collections. Bimbo Coles, 500 salary. James Posey, 500. Craig Elo, 500. I got Maurice Cheeks because he has Hall of Fame glove. I remember that from last year. 500. I mean, a number of sapphires here are at 500, and a number of these sapphires are really, really good. Like, you can make a really good lineup and then add a couple of really nice amethyst to your lineup potentially, and you'll be fine with those 500 salary sapphires. So that could be another lineup that we end up working on. Maybe if we stream tomorrow, I'll show you guys what a lineup could look like if you were to try to build around 2 amethyst cards and have supporting players who are, or sorry, a supporting cast rather, who can actually help you and not cost you games. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really hoping that we get more exciting content in MyTeam, man. I mean, right now, all I really have to record content-wise on this channel is going to be, lineup videos for salary cap and salary cap gameplays because, I mean, actually, that's not true. I'm hoping to do a park series with Harry. Maybe we'll start that for you guys later on today, for me tomorrow. We'll have to see. Again, keep your eyes peeled for any stream coming from, this channel later on today, and maybe a podcast coming your guys' way on Sunday. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend. And again, I really hope you guys are enjoying MyTeam. My final word here is just going to be, if you are not having a good time playing MyTeam, quitting MyTeam just to say you did is not as noble as you think it is. If you enjoy playing the game, keep playing the game. But if you're enjoying the game and you feel like you're kind of bored and you're on the menus all the time and you're getting frustrated, just try to limit your time on the game. That's what I do, and it works out for me. Like, I still boot up the game, and for the most part, I enjoy playing it. And that's because I only play this game on some days for 10 or 15 minutes, for other days, like, for like an hour or two, because I need to get in like an hour or two here or there. Otherwise, I'm never going to finish my gauntlet and breakout grind to get Jason Kidd and Glenn Rice. And I'm also not going to be able to do that while also hitting 2,500 points in round 3 to get that diamond option pack for you guys. Which, speaking of, I guess my actual final word, I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm hoping it'll be sometime within the next week to 10 days. I really don't want to try to, rush the grind at the very end of season 1, but, we'll have to see. Hopefully I can get that video for you guys soon. Maybe we'll play some salary cap online this weekend, and maybe we'll get some gameplays out for you guys. Because I feel bad that I've not uploaded any MyTeam content on this channel since last week. Shout out to Tony, my partner in crime here at Brock Cindy, killing it with the content on the channel this year, for all content that's not MyTeam related. Yeah, anyways, appreciate and love you all. Thank you for helping us get up to 1,200 subs as well. I meant to lead with that in the video. I apologize. Oops. But yeah, that means a lot. The road to 1,300 starts now, and hoping that you guys will be a part of that journey. Enjoy your weekends. Maybe I'll see you on stream, but otherwise, I'll see you next time.